This is New York Comic Con 2016, and I'm here with ComicsVerse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another interview live from the floor of the 2016 New York Comic Con. I'm Brian Del Pozo, and I am here with a longtime friend of ComicsVerse, Mike Kingston. How you doing, Mike?
Good. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure. So for those who don't know, Mike is behind HEADLOCKED, which is a professional wrestling-based comic. We've interviewed him a couple of times before. So if you want like the full information on the backstory of the comic, find those. So I'm just going to go, Mike, you got anything new coming out HEADLOCKED-wise, or just kind of what can people find right now?
We have a couple books available. Obviously, we remastered our first book. We put some extra content in. Jerry put an awesome new cover on it. Jill Thompson did these killer credit pages. She wasn't affiliated with us at the time of the first book. That's going to be out in about 3 weeks. And that's the very, very beginning of the journey. It's pretty exciting, and then we just keep rolling along. I made a deal today to get Ric Flair to do a Headlock story, which hasn't really been announced anywhere, but you got a little exclusive, I guess. It's been a dream come true, I guess. We got just the guys, the names that we keep getting, and the people that are interested in what we're doing, and couldn't be happier with how it's going.
You know, speaking of Ric Flair, he was signing at your booth earlier today. I happened by, and his line was just enormous. I know, obviously, you're a big wrestling fan. That's why you began HEADLOCKED to begin with. Is it kind of like mind-blowing to you that Ric Flair is signing at your booth?
I mean, it really is. It's, there's many times where I sort of step outside myself and be like, I've got Jerry Lawler on one side of me and Ric Flair on the other side of me, and then Mick Foley and Christian are coming tomorrow. Like, it's absurd to me that all these people that I grew up watching and admiring and whatever are now like doing things. They respect what I'm doing, and then want to be a part of that. And it's hard to wrap my head around sometimes. I just wanted to make a wrestling comic because there weren't any good ones, and now I'm hanging out with Hall of Famers, and it's unbelievable.
Do you have anything else that you would like to plug? Anything non-HEADLOCKED related that you'd like to plug before we sign off?
Yeah, I mean, I really like Lucha Underground. I think it's one of the best wrestling shows that's on TV right now. And I think if you aren't watching it, don't be a cheap asshole and get the El Rey. It's really good, and I think you'll like it as a wrestling fan. There's so much cool stuff. There's such a good time to be a wrestling fan. There's so much awesome. Evolve is excellent. Progress is excellent. I mean, even NXT, WWE has stepped up their game. Like, this is to me, this is a new golden age of wrestling, and I just saw one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen in my life. Like, right up there with Edge and Christian and the Dudleys, with the Bucks and Christopher Daniels and Kaz and the Motor City Machine Guns. Unbelievable match. People should go out of their way to see that. Like, Daniels and Kaz, like, performance of a lifetime. And those guys are my friends, so like I was happy to see them achieve that, but sort of cringing at the same time because you hate to see your friends put themselves through that sort of punishment. But yeah, it's such a good time to be a wrestling fan.
All right, well, Mike, thank you so much once again for joining us on ComicsVerse.
Thanks for having me, man. You can find everything on Headlock Comic, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our website, and find us there. It's all me, so come say hey.
Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you, viewers. And once again, if you're looking for anything ComicsVerse, you can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Look for ComicsVerse everywhere. We're there. I'm Brian Del Pozo, signing off.